Well, a very good evening, one and all. While Paul has a whale of a time, I'm going to welcome you to the Studio Rats Q&A Live number 221, presented by the Shaw Brothers.
We've got to do our corporate bit.
We have. My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew.
And you are very welcome along to our evening dust-up takeover of the interwebs. We would first like to thank our friends at Toman and at Shaw for sending us these rather lovely microphones.
The Shaw, give the model number so we can get this out of the way.
I've forgotten it.
Hold on.
It's the MV7, MV6.
There we go.
MV6.
MV6.
Yes.
So there we go. If you're looking for an awesome USB mic.
A dynamic USB mic, and I noticed
you touch the button, you idiot. See, this is what happens.
You can strip it naked.
There we go. There we go. Right.
It's got a sensitive button.
Yeah, so we can switch ourselves on and think this. How's that?
Lovely. Yes. Delightful.
Okay.
Tradition dictates that I ask the same question every week. Mr. Drew, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I have been doing some Boss Katana videos.
Mm-hmm.
How to get tones out of the Boss Katana, the new Boss Katana artist.
Yep.
That
Very
thing
nice.
there. Yeah, so it's good. So I've got another one coming out maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, about getting a Soldano tone out of it, which is good. So compare it. But really, like how close it got to the Amplified Nation is bonkers.
Yeah.
You could hardly tell the difference.
And again, we prove it time and time and time again how good they are.
Yes, they are good. They're really good.
Really good they are.
They're very good. That I've been dealing with some tech problems with some gear that's not working properly, that is getting released, and can't review it because I think my one's a bit faulty. So what else? There's loads of things coming. There's loads of I've had a few deliveries and things have turned up and they've been broken and
that sucks.
Yeah, it's been a bit annoying. What about yourself?
Busy week. So on Thursday last week, I had Ben Hearn over, our tame bass player over. Did a load of filming and recording for stuff that's coming out very shortly on this channel and others. Finally finished. Amen, brother. The 14 sessions project for Jay-Z microphones, which will be coming out very shortly. That's a huge piece of work.
14. God, that would have driven
14 videos. It was monstrous.
Wow.
But brilliant. I'm really pleased it's done. It's more importantly, everyone who's heard the mix is really happy with it and likes it, which is always good. Yeah, that was good. And then this week, this turned up.
Yeah, no one can see what that is. I mean,
I'm gonna get it and move
because it's close to you.
I understand that. This is the new Universal Audio.
There we go.
Apollo X Gen 2.
Gen 3.
Technically Gen 4.
Really?
Yep. And I will show you this with the subtle art of cushions. Gen 1. Gen 2, the blackface one, which they called the Second Coming or something. Then we had X. And now we have X Gen 2.
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Video for that coming tomorrow.
Nice.
And it's very good. It's really good. I mean,
on your channel, yeah?
Yeah, it's difficult to say. It's difficult when someone says, what is it that's made it better? And the answer is marginal gains. Lots and lots of little things have added up to make it a lot better.
Nice.
So yeah. And So yeah, lots of things going on, lots of planning and prep and filming and stuff, and just actually making music for a change, which has been really good.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's get on with it, shall we?
Yeah.
Here we go. Boom.
Sent of a wheelchair pillow. He says, ordered a PRS DGT semi-hollow. Nice. From Sweetwater. Yeah, that's a good investment. They sold out quick. 2-month wait though. Others available on their sites though. Hope the value holds up. Thoughts on the future values of that thing? I think they're only making 300, aren't they?
Not a great deal.
So
it'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine with that. Don't worry about that. If you can get one of them, I think you'll be absolutely fine.
I'm going to post the show link into the chat. So if anybody wants to join us,
Nice.
Please do come on. But obviously, please make sure you're in somewhere reasonably quiet with a half decent microphone and a camera so we can see you. I'm not bringing anyone in that I can't see.
And some clothes on.
I'm naked from the waist down. Well, no, you've seen me now.
We've never had that, have we?
We've never had a streaker, have we?
Huh? No.
We've had a streaker.
I want a streaker. Abraham's in. He can do it. Right, come then. Let's move on.
So you put me off with breakfast.
Stan likes single coils. Paul likes single coils. Evening, gang. Hope you're all doing good. Life is a miracle. Play your guitar and stop whining. Gear is nice, but don't let it limit you. Keep it positive and rock on. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Nabs, he says, top of the evening to the studio rats and all. Hope it's not chilly already there. It is.
It is.
No, it's been all right today. We still have a warm weather, 27, 28. Oh,
I'd love some of that.
Toasty. Mr. Moxie says, evening petals, dark and wet here. Perfect setting for the rats. Exactly. Mr. Abraham's in. Evening all. Evening, Mr. Abraham. And Pet says, thoughts on the new generation of Apollo interfaces. There we go.
There you go.
Pet didn't know that yours was coming.
Is
it worth upgrading? Probably not.
Well, this is the thing. If and you were quite honest when they brought out X Gen 1, for some reason the X16 had better specs than all the others. So what they've actually done is brought all the others up to a similar spec or slightly, around about the same as the X16. So it does sound, they do sound different. I mean, it's close, but there's a lot of features in there that you won't get.
They sound different. It sounds different to the average person.
1% of people.
99.9% of people sound exactly the same, and the other 0.1% are just saying it.
I'd like to think they hear the difference.
That's what I think. Daniel, good evening, rats from partly cloudy. Lovely 23 degrees.
Probably partly cloudy.
I think partly. Will you be doing a video of the new features on the ToneX upgrade? Yes, we will be. We're talking about it today, actually. But we will be doing a video on the on the effects and stuff. I used it. I upgraded yesterday because me and James have obviously got a pre-release copy just before they sort out, because there's still probably bugs in it and that sort of stuff. So they're not releasing it to the general public until they know that it's ready to go out. But it seems really good.
Yeah,
very stable.
I like the effects as well. They sound good.
Yeah, they do sound good.
And they're really easy to dial in, which is half the bonus.
Yeah. Jeff, happy Thursday morning from a damp Brisbane. Hope everyone is happy and well, and spare for our friends in the US who are contending with hurricanes. Absolutely. Yeah, hope everyone's safe. Where is it? Where are the hurricanes? Is it Florida?
Where they normally are, yeah, Florida.
Yeah. And all of our Florida. Anton, hi Anton. Phil, hello mate. He said, evening and best wishes to one and all, and to you, Phil. Afternoon, rats from Montreal, waiting on a Harley Benton SE550 FTF. Nice, very nice,
very nice.
Oh, I talked about that. I've got a couple of. I thought I'd just put an advert out on Facebook for like local bands looking for a guitar player. I've got a couple of offers.
All right,
boom. It's like found a couple of bands.
I wouldn't have thought they'd have turned you down, mate, to be totally honest, knowing your guitar playing prowess.
Well, no, that's very kind. But no, I mean, there's Well, there's so I've got a sort of a meeting up with one of them, and next Tuesday, which is going to play through some stuff, and then the other one's a bit more sort of scratch band every now and again sort of thing. But it sounds fun. That's
Cool.
good. Looking for something more permanent. It's good.
Playing because it's fun rather than just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that's what I found with Ben last week. We both said, "This is really good. We should do more of this." Well, we do normally. It's called work, but
Yeah.
this is fun.
Yeah. We'll turn those lights down a bit. There we go. That's better. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's so much nicer. Keith, good evening. I'm lurgified. Ah, mate. Hence at home to watch the rats rather than other interesting activities I could be partaking of. Well, we should always be watching the rats. Isn't that weird? I've just turned down the lights.
Yeah.
And it looks brighter on camera.
Oh, you've gone yellow. Oh,
How stupid is that? That would do. Oh, that'll do. Just have it like that. It's fine.
you look gorgeous, mate.
Here we go. Tesla, good evening. Let us hear the even drive. I could show you the even drive, but I can't let you hear the even drive. Oh, the even drive is well. We worked out today. James and I were going to do some playing to demonstrate the new ToneX software, but we worked out that
because of these, we can't because they're USB mics.
Because we're using these mics, we can't. Well, we can. Maybe we've got to think of a way around that. I have to think of a way around that, and we'll have a look at that next week.
There is a way of doing it, and it's called OBS, and it's really. Do you remember the first few times we did this and we used OBS, and it was an absolute car crash trying to get everything.
Yeah.
We spent an hour and a half before every single live stream trying to get it working.
Yeah, absolutely. Marlon, he says, how can someone with a Boss Katana make the best use of the ToneX? Do they go well together? Maybe it was Marlon that put a couple of comments in the comments this week. So I haven't got round to answering those questions yet. It's really difficult because the katana's not. You're not really designed to use with that. The katana's its own thing. It's got amp models and stuff built into it. If you want to use ToneX, you probably could just go into the effects loop and then just bypass the preamp circuit inside the katana, and then use that, and then use the effects inside the katana. You could do that.
Remember to turn the speaker emulation off on your ToneX.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really designed to work like that. The other way of using it is to use the ToneX as a drive pedal. So buy some drive captures, and then use that as your drive pedal going to the front of the katana, and that would work great.
Yeah. And where might they find some drive capture?
You can buy them from the website. Anton, he says, waiting on an SE552 Studio Rats link used. Nice one. Thanks, mate. Always help.
Solidarity, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim's in the house. He said ToneX is $100 off at Sweetwater till October 10th. Nice.
Very nice.
Cheers, Tim. Mr. Philip Carter's in from 40 Watt Podcast. He says, "Oh, look at that. The gang's all here. They sure is." Mendel, evening Mendel. Yep, evening all. UA seem to have been pretty busy this week with plug-in versions of the amp pedals. Yes. Yeah, that's something else they've been doing, haven't they? Been releasing the
Lion and the red one. The
5150 thing.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. Anti.
Yeah, and not the Dream Verb. One of the Fender-esque ones is now in there as well. Okay. Although I can't find it in my latest download.
Oh, okay.
Strangely enough, but yeah.
40 Watt Podcast. Philip says Chicago Timber Amazon had the ToneX for $250. That's an Amazon Prime deal. Nice.
Very nice.
$250. That's great.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Willie got in early. Nice one. Willie stuck it in early.
Willie's got in early. That's not something you want to say again, is it? Oh dear.
A bit premature, mate. Chris, New Gear Day PRS SE A50E acoustic. Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice, mate. Very nice. And Victoria says, "Evening, gents. Paul, how are you able to get the Katana Gen 3 so insanely close to your amplified nation amp? I bet in the room it's 9-day difference. Honestly, it was as close. I mean, there's no trickery on that. There's no trickery at all. It was literally plugged into the same speaker. So it's all just that's as it is. Same effects. I wanted to use the same effects and the same speaker model, whatever. So it's exactly as it sounds in the room. There's no trickery.
Yeah, we don't fake it.
No, we don't. Honestly, I promise you. No, there's no fake. There's no fakery there.
Nope.
Tim,
Smiley face. Or is that an
nice. Ah, Mr. Cassidy. We need to talk about Mr. Cassidy because he's done well on his video this week. Well done, Steve, for that video, mate. That was cracking. If you haven't checked out Steve's content, do it afterwards.
Only one thing, Steve.
What?
Didn't do it all on his own.
Well, a lot of James sitting around doing videos for companies while I was doing it. Anyway, hi, Steve. Says Thomas. Like button engaged, of course. Cheers, Chris. Yeah, give us a like. It really helps, especially on now that YouTube just wants people to do shorts and stuff like that.
It's bizarre, isn't it? I've been doing shorts or getting Opus Clip to do shorts for me from videos today.
What's Opus? What's this? What's this Opus? What?
Opus Clip.
Do we need to talk about this later on?
It's genius.
Okay, I'll have a look at that.
It's close enough.
Nice. Okay, great. I like that. Yeah. So like and subscribe. Anyway. It really helps if you
subscribe, say nice things, tell your friends.
From Oregon, says Russell. What's up, mate? Hope everything's well. And Philip says Chicago. Sorry, not 250. It's 295. Still a good price.
Still a great price. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're talking again. They're talking again. Right. Hang on. There we go.
Steve, if you want to come on, and talk about the video, I think that would be good.
Yes. Links up there a bit.
Yeah, just come up a little bit and then have a look. Currently, Willie says, I'm currently borrowing. Look, Steve's running around now trying to find like a Larry shirt and his hat and glasses. Willie, I'm currently borrowing my mate's P90 loaded Yamaha Revstar. Nice. It has push pull on the tone knob. It has a push pull on the tone knob. It thins the output considerably. This can't be a coil split. It isn't a P90 single coil. So what is it? Maybe it's
in phase, out phase,
parallel series and parallel. Maybe. Don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's why would it have a push pull on a
in phase, out of phase between the two?
Could be. Is it? Hold on.
Revstar. It will have two P90s, won't it?
Yeah, possibly. It could be a phase. Yes. So I don't know, Willie. It should be.
If it thins out, that suggests phase.
Well, it suggests coil taps, but there is no coil.
There isn't on a P90, yeah.
And unless it's just reducing some of the windings to give it a thinner sound, but it could be like reducing some of the winds. That they could tap it off at a certain wind, so it's like it's a half power thing, so you can switch between like a much cleaner tone and then full on drive. P90s can be brutal. They can be my P90 Les Paul it's probably got more output than my 59 reissue.
I love that guitar.
Both are great, actually. I was playing both today. I just think
I liked your. Is it an R9 you used to have the other gold top? The humbucker.
That's an R7.
Right. Oh, that was lovely. I liked that.
Yeah, that was a good guitar. That. Steve says, Anton, cheers. That's what happens when you use Paul's beautiful face on the thumbnail. Yeah, his thumbnail. Some serious Scottish Photoshop. This one. It looks like I've got like a metal plate in my head. Russell, getting through a live demo of the new Behringer Wing Compact. I think I saw that. One guy runs front of house at the club. It's always live streams. Yeah, I saw a bit of someone reviewing it. It was just like God, yeah, I was like, just trying. It's a bit. I think that sort of stuff is a bit dull. It's the sort of people. No, let's stop. Whoops. But it's it is front of house engineers, and there are some that are excused from this that watch the show, Alan. So it's like it tends to be a certain type of. Am I just digging a hole here? Should I just stop?
You'll notice at this point I'm not speaking because you are doing a great job of digging yourself in.
Yeah, well, the people that get excited about, front of house desks and stuff. Guys, it's hard work, isn't it? It's not a guitar, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Stop.
Yeah.
I did watch some of that and went, he's not the most engaging person to be doing the demonstrations.
It's hard work, isn't it? It's hard work.
Yeah.
It would work great on another content sort of channel, vlog channel that no.
Oh, careful.
I should definitely start. Anyway, Russell, and he just revealed it. Just revealed what?
I'm guessing it's the wing thing.
Oh, he just revealed. Oh, okay. Yeah, Steve, come on, Steve. What are you doing? Come on. We need to talk about the to talk about Steve's video.
Yes.
I did an experiment. I asked ChatGPT to create a patch for the Fractal FM3 to recreate Jeff Beckish sound. Guess what it was? Guess what? It was surprising. It spit out the complete effect chain, including parameters. Funny. Guess what it was? What? So it actually worked?
Yeah, because ChatGPT, you can now tell it if you've got the advanced, if you buy the advanced version, you can say, read this manual and then go away and write me the instructions for that manual. It's blooming clever. The whole AI thing.
Hold on a sec. Go and read some instructions and then create me the instructions.
So actually, it will basically, if you ask it a question, it will then it will analyze its way through the instructions and give you something usable in English rather than, put jack A into slot B and.
Okay, here he is. Hit like. Look at him. He has to get it in there.
He does.
Right. Him up now.
At this point, greatness has come amongst us. You got your glasses in your hat, Paul?
Hold on.
Hang on.
The man on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show the one, the only Mr. Hit Like and Subscribe.
Mr. Hit Like. You all right, mate?
I'm all good. How's yourself, guys?
Yeah, good. All good. Right. So
Jivey and Jimmy in the house.
Jimmy Cassidy.
Jimmy Cassidy.
Hey.
Love it. I'm just going to sort out this view so it looks like I'm looking at the camera. Is that better?
Lovely. It looks no different, but it's fine. It's all good.
Okay, fair enough.
So tell everyone about the video you did this week.
Right. Okay. So first up, I'm not going to reveal. If that's what people think for. No. So I did a big rant video, which was kind of off the cuff and not really. It's something that had been building up for a few months, but it's basically about the phenomenon. It's probably not really a phenomenon of people buying likes and subs on YouTube. So it's something I've heard of in other niches for a long time, but for some reason I was just so naive to think that it didn't happen in the guitar space, probably because I'm in it. I just didn't expect to see it, but yeah, I've been seeing it. So I just wanted to kind of put out a wee video to say this is frustrating for someone who's putting in the graft, because you guys know, YouTube is it's not like proper
work,
hurting your hands, hard work, but I mean, it's a lot of time. It's a massive time eater. There's a lot of sacrifice as well. I mean, you're taking a lot of time away from your family and whatnot. It's a massive time consumer. So yeah, someone who's sort of cheating, I just wanted to throw that out there and just let people know that it happens because I was annoyed about it.
It's not the first time it's happened though. I've heard of it in the pro audio world with a couple of creators who were caught out, and I'm not going to say who they were. Yeah,
were they actually caught out?
They were caught out. Yeah, I'm not going to say who it was because it was all very much swept under the carpet and we'll get rid of that. And yeah,
was it marvelous?
I can't.
Okay. So we can't say any more than that. And anyone that knows what that means understands what I was getting at. Okay, so this guy. So how many views did you get on this?
It's doing pretty well. It's like I don't know. It was over 8,000 the last time I checked, and
that's great, mate. Well done.
Weirdly, well, I mean, I never upload on a Tuesday. You know, it was one of these things I just kind of had to get off my chest, and it was a cathartic thing. I knew that I wasn't feeling good about putting out negative things, and I tried to put a positive spin on it. Like I used yourself, obviously, as an example, and a few other YouTubers who everybody will know, like Andy Guitar Geek, KDH, and who was the other one? Can't remember.
John Cordy.
John Cordy, that's it, of course, yeah. I wanted to use Landon Bailey as well because he's a bit like yourself. He's just about to hit the 100K, but you know what it's like? You can only fit so many heads on a thumbnail before it gets a bit cluttered. You know?
Yeah, no, definitely. So, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? Because I would never do it. I would never do it because it doesn't feel like you've achieved anything. I mean, it's what's it going to achieve? It doesn't achieve anything. You're not going to get any proper views.
Yeah.
Why would you do it?
And you can spot it a mile off as well, because the first thing you spot is the engagement. Either there isn't any, which is not natural, or the engagement is very short, you know, like great, loved it, or you know, and it's all the same. There's no variation in it because bots as yet can't do that. I'm sure a time will come soon when they can. Thanks to AI and Chat GPT and all that sort of stuff. But as anyone who's been following KT Gate will know,
is that the vocal coach guy?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
As anyone who's been following that, I say I hadn't even heard of it from last week, and it, you know, it's the brown stuff has definitely gone through the fan and is now hitting the wall.
Mm-hmm.
There's a funny talking about that guy. There was he's all over YouTube at the moment, and do you know he had a band?
Oh well, the thing is, his band were called Shout or something like that.
Oh no, this was Ken Templin band.
Yes, it's like
it was special. It was you've got to look it up.
See what I want to say, I can't say because I will offend way too many people by saying it.
Yeah.
But
racist.
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I probably won't offend as many people on here as I think I will, but I still can't say it just because I will then be branded a person. But
everyone knows you're that person. Whatever that person is, everyone thinks that anyway.
When you find out about Ken's musical background, let's put it like that, all of a sudden it all falls into place and you go, of course he is. And then you start looking, hang on, that's not very spirited in that particular.
Oh, you're trying to say he's a Christian musician and he's using chicks to get views. See, I'll say it.
Well done.
Okay.
There we go.
I mean, I think the girl who's in it most is his wife.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I think, but hey, you have to be quite. It's like getting your wife to say how great your vocal coaching class is.
Oh, I see.
It's a bit one-sided. She's kind of got a vested interest.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Anyway, are you hanging around? You're more than welcome. Are you hanging around as long as you want?
A few minutes. I'll get shouted for my tea in a minute, but thought I'd jump on. Got to take these opportunities. But yeah, so it turns out, like you're saying, the KT guy, and then this is just. It turns out that a bit of a bit of ranty drama, goss kind of moves the needle, doesn't it? Yeah, which is slightly disappointing, but I'm not going to start turning into that guy now and doing loads of these controversial videos. That's not what I'm after. It's back to cheap HSS strats now and geeking out. But
that's what I was going to say, because I've noticed it quite a lot recently, and there's someone that we know that is making more ranty videos, and I think it can almost, because you go, oh God, this is good, because you're getting lots of views and stuff, and then it's sort of you then become that ranty channel, and it's just
Well, that's it. It's a bit of a trap. There's two things. I mean, great. I've actually got loads of subscribers out of it, more than I've got from any other video, I think.
Oh, amazing.
I don't know, like almost 300 or something. But
well
it's not. I mean, it is amazing. It's great, and I'm thankful for all the subs. But if they're subscribing for that kind of stuff, that's not what I'm going to be doing. So I'll end up with the sort of unhealthy ratio of subscribers to views going forward, because I'm not going to be leaning into that kind of thing. So
you could always buy.
It's a tricky one. That's it. Yeah.
There's a click farm in Taiwan that will gladly sell you 5,000 subs.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Right, actually, I will get into something. Right, you might like this. Sorry. So I'm coming away from talking about this specific video and thing, but I have been looking into the buying the subs thing, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out what I think people are managing, because why is this going undetected is the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I got a little bit worried. Right, this is getting super conspiracy, right? Because I was checking out the buying subs things, right, and you could get drip feed subs. So instead of it being like bam, like 5,000 or whatever, it goes over like a course of some days or weeks gradually, so that it goes somewhat undetected.
Oh.
And when I was looking at this, because this is obviously how that person's got there, because it's undetected, otherwise it'd be caught. I was kind of Googling it, and someone had said in a forum post or something, someone has bought subs for my channel and it's ruined my channel. How can we get rid of them, sort of thing, right? And I started freaking out, because I was getting loads of subs from this video, and I thought, oh my God, see if this guy has retaliated and bought me subs. Like how bad that looks, you know, and they're coming in that sort of trickly way as well, you know, like a lot, but fast. So that looks really bad. So I went on, it's the first time I've ever used the YouTube support. I asked them if they can audit my channel. And they said, oh no, we can't do that. We'll have a system where we filter out all these bot accounts anyway, so you don't need to worry about it. I was like, nah, but there's this other channel. I didn't say who it was. It says there's this other channel that's got there, and you're not filtering out the stuff. So there's obviously ways of doing it without you detecting. So could you please audit my channel? And it says, no, we can't do that. It says, but if you want to report a channel, then just use this report thing. And I said, right, okay, so if you report the channel, what does YouTube do when a channel gets reported?
They audit the account.
They said we investigate it. I says, okay, then could you audit my channel? I want to report my own channel. And they're like, no, we don't do that. I was like, oh, right. So,
I'll report you.
So this is another thing that needs, I mean, if I did want to lean into this a bit more, there's a bigger issue here with YouTube not being able to detect these kind of shenanigans going on. So anyway, right, that's it. Rant over about that. Sorry. That's it.
Well done, mate. Well done for getting it out there. It was something you felt passionate about, and you got it out. So that's great.
Yeah, all good.
Steve, you just reminded me of something really. One of the funniest pieces of, it's not graffiti, but the funniest pieces of signage I've ever seen, and it was at the Brayhead, the Brayhead Arena. Outside the Brayhead Arena, it says no loitering, no littering, no dogs, no shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
And I have never seen shenanigans posted. I mean, clearly it's something that happens in Scotland quite a bit.
Oh, all the shenanigans up here.
No shenanigans. I was like, that's awesome.
Right, let's do some questions while Steve's about. Unless you want to go.
Yeah, I'm going to get out your hair, leave you to it. Thanks for letting me vent even further. But anyway, that's it. No more of that stuff. Back to strats. Okay, before I go, check this out.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
Squire Affinity Starcaster. These are probably going to get discontinued soon, and they're amazing. Grab one.
Yeah.
You'll need to mod it though.
How much?
Pickups are stinking. I got it for $250 new.
Pickups are stinking.
Wow.
Nice.
Good.
Right, okay. See you later, guys. Thanks very much.
Hello, mate.
Okay, mate.
I can't figure out how to get off. Could you?
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Could you kick me? Boom.
There we go.
Right.
Next.
Go in there. Go.
Willie. Keith says, Willie. Official thins it. It's the element standard. Thins it. Okay. Question mark. Is it the element standard or pro? I think they're different. My RevStar standard P90 gets quite dark when you pull out the knob. Banal. It's like it's the jazz tone. Interesting. So it's like the anti-jazz tone.
Insta jazz. Hi.
Russell also looks like Sire is after Godan. Ibby and whoever else has the thin acoustic electric. Sire now has guitar and bass lines. LR Bags has their own thin line acoustic too. Yes, awesome. Nice. Stand like single coils. After witnessing all the hype around ToneX, I'm just going to ask, should I replace my Katana 100 Mark II with ToneX? I enjoy my Katana, but I'm starting to wonder, should I even look at them as equivalents? Well, ToneX is very different. ToneX hasn't got the speaker and all that sort of stuff. So I'd hang on to your Katana.
I mean, I was talking to someone today about ToneX, and they said, why should I go ToneX over having an amp? And I said, honestly, you shouldn't. Because having an amp is brilliant. But sometimes you have to, as a professional player, you have to fly. And you can't take an amp, and you don't necessarily know what you're going to get at the other end. So
it's not even that.
The ToneX Mini is awesome.
Yeah, some stages are a silent stage. It's just it's the way that it's done nowadays. Unfortunately,
and it sucks.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things.
Mr. Shahar Bar, he said, so I bought the big version of ToneX plugin and noticed that your matches is the most like model. Good job. Thanks, mate. Yep. It's been used by, it's been used by Lyle Wortman, who's currently on tour with Sarah McLachlan. She's using ToneX with the matches, and also Herbie Hancock.
And Mr. Pierce is a fan as well, isn't he? Your friend.
I don't know if he used it, but he used it on his video. But I don't know if he's never been in contact. So, Keith, re-demoing the mics. Is it because they take exclusive control of the sound card? OBS probably won't help you. Is this Mac or PC? Mac.
No,
we're
both Mac. It's not to do with the sound card. It's to do with the fact that in OBS you can say, right, I want the mic to come from here, but I also want sound to come from here, and OBS will act as a mixer. StreamYard, the platform we use at the moment, won't do that. It will go, I want the sound from one place, and because we're using USB mics, it has to be from that point. That's the problem.
There's Larry Mitchell when I was on the Emerald guitar tour thing. Larry Mitchell was using this thing on a laptop on a iPad, right? On an iPad Pro, and he was doing everything, all that, and it was just like video mixing, audio mixing. It was brilliant. So I'm definitely gonna have a look at that. I think I've got it now, but I'll have a look.
Cool.
Next, Matthew, he says, I'm struggling with ToneX pedal going into a Laney FRFR where it sounds awesome. Then into my UA into Luna, it sounds very thin and raspy. I expect the difference, but it's drastic. Any tips, please? So what's he doing? I'm struggling with ToneX pedal going into Laney FRFR where it sounds awesome. Then into my UA Apollo into Luna, and it sounds very thin and raspy.
It doesn't say Apollo anywhere.
Well, what? Okay, well, he's using a UA interface. So it's,
Luna, yeah.
It could be one of their.
How are you? I don't know if the late. Hang on, let me have a quick look at the Laney FR.
Well, it's FRFR. Shouldn't that should just be like
But how's he getting it into it?
How do you mean?
Well, as far as I know, that the FRFR.
Yeah.
Does it have outputs?
Outputs?
Well, how are you getting... Yes, it's got a line out. You can't, you can't go from...
I don't know where you're...
Right, so he's saying he's going from pedal
Yeah.
into the Laney RFR,
Yeah.
and then into the into his
No,
interface.
no. So I think when he's playing live, he's using the Laney FRFR. It sounds
Yeah.
awesome. Then when
Yeah.
he comes home, he plugs into Luna and it sounds thin and raspy. I think you might have to leave that with us. There's no reason why it is. I can't think at the moment why that would be.
On the which Laney FRFR have you got? Just out of interest.
Again, it shouldn't make a difference. So
it shouldn't make a difference. I agree. I've now worked out whether a 300-watt one because Devin Townsend is their endorsee.
I think Devin's using the 4x12, isn't he?
Yes,
He's the only person in the world that's ever going to use that.
Yes, exactly. The 3,000 gazillion watts or whatever it is.
Yeah.
2,600 watts. Sorry, I jest.
So,
yeah.
Let's have a think about that.
How do you create the ToneX patches? That's what I want to know.
James, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make if you're using the same patch. If it's the same patch, it shouldn't make a difference.
The only thing I would suspect, or the only thing I'm instantly thinking is, if you're going mono into the FRFR because they are a mono speaker, they're a mono cab, they're not stereo, and then you're going stereo into your Apollo. Have you tried changing the leads? Because that would suggest that one of the leads could be knackered and is dropping out half your signal, hence it's phasing.
That is very true. I think that's the only thing it could be. Change the leads and then see if that actually makes a difference.
Yeah, I would. That's the only thing I could think of that would instantly make it go thin and raspy. You know, when stuff starts to phase out, that's when it sounds horrible.
Yeah,
try that.
Robert, he says, "You guys are awesome. Thanks for all you do." Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Tim, he says, "I'm having a hard time investing in the ToneX pedal when I have software, amp sim, S gear, etc." Yeah, you don't. You know, it's. I wouldn't invest in the pedal if you're just playing at home, Tim. I'd invest in the software.
Yeah, software's brilliant.
It's great because then you know, like if you capture, it's a real capture. It's a capture as opposed to a model. So for instance, it's more of a, you know, if you want the match list pack that we came up with or whatever, the Amplified Nation stuff, it's there and it's the actual capture as opposed to someone trying to create a model of that. So I would go for I'd try the software.
Defo.
But don't judge everything on the tones that come in the software. Shahar says, regarding ToneX, any tips on setting the input level? Default up the middle seems underpowered. So I'm going to do a video on this. I might do it this week because I'm getting a bit sick about. Not that I'm getting sick of you asking, Shahar, because that's it's the first time you've ever asked. But people sort of sending me. I literally get questions every day saying, "Where should I set my ToneX pedal?" So the ToneX input level, unless Shahar's having a laugh because he knows it.
Possibly.
The input level is guitar determined.
And player determined as well.
Yeah, and player. That's very true, actually, and player determined. So my ToneX pedal is set at 8.5, which is. It tells you on the ToneX pedal. It tells you. It says okay, high, or low, and then you turn it up until it hits that. If you've got a bunch of guitars, then you need to set it as a rough, you know, in the middle of everything, I would say. But I'll go through it this week. I will do a video on that. It might not be this week, but it will be next week. Stand like Zoom calls. As soon as I sent my Katana versus ToneX question, you started talking about it. Yeah, it's easy. If there's a question that you want answered and you put in, you know, you don't want to put it in the comments, or you put it in the comments, you're not getting answered, it's always best to ask it on the live show.
Yeah.
Keith, with Mac, I believe there's a setting in the control panel that you use multiple audio interfaces. No, it's called aggregate, and it's not.
It's where angels clearly should fear to tread.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's get that. And or you can lose. No, that's definitely what no one should do. It's just like this no, but
No.
if you're the sort of person that can use all that sort of stuff, fantastic. But that's not your average person. Keep 'em playing. Sounds like Jeff Beck at Bronnie Scott's with Imogen Heap. The song's called Blanket. The recreation from ChatGPT, especially the delay and reverb settings, were spot on. It was unbelievable, amazing.
That's very cool.
That's really great, isn't it?
Did it presumably it gave you the numbers for what to do? It didn't just make you the preset patch. Because if it did,
That is
that's
crazy.
proper voodoo.
That is crazy. I mean, that's wow. That is amazing.
ChatGPT, make a ToneX or a patch that makes me sound like Dave Gilmour playing Comfortably Numb would be that would be
Yeah, but
incredible.
you're restricted to what the piece of hardware can do. With Axe Effects, that's different because it can do anything and has everything inbuilt. But if you're using, say, like a Boss piece of equipment, possibly it wouldn't have that reverb that you would need for that, or that delay that you would need for that. But
Yeah, but still pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, it's really impressive. Tommy G says, "Good evening, chaps. The UA FX plugins are amazing, especially the Dream. Seriously considering pulling the trigger on the Dream pedal. Nice. Yes, that's what they need to do.
Dream pedal, yeah, that's the one.
Mendel, Omnibus from Audio Movers could possibly help you route multiple audio sources. Yes. It's complicated stuff, though.
Yeah, and bear in mind that we do this once a week. You end up with lots of different presets to do, and it just becomes an absolute.
Oh my, yeah. UA messed up my system because I had to do an interview with UA, and we had to do some routing inside to play back a mix. For weeks, I had problems. Yeah, it's not worth mucking around with. Mark, hey rats, and all. They just released a new SE Custom 24 Piezo. Thing looks lush. Nice.
Very nice.
Nick Torres, apologies for my comment. Not sure I did. What comment was that? I'm not insinuating that you are faking anything. I just honestly cannot fathom how £5,000 difference in price corresponds to such small audio difference. Oh no, I wasn't. I didn't take offense at all. I don't know. I don't know. It's yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it's would I rather play at Boss Katana or would I rather play an Amplified Nation? I'd rather play an Amplified Nation. Of course, I would. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I think the new Katana with the bloom button and the push damp is just perfect for that sort of tone.
Here's a question. So if it was, you're turning up to do a gig, and you could take the Amplified Nation, or you could take the Katana. Which one do you take?
Well, I'd take the Amplified Nation.
Okay, so now you're going on a ship.
Yeah.
And you'll be leaving that amp on stage for 6 months.
I think I'd always take. No.
At what point do you go? It's so close that the £5,000 investment in the Amplified Nation is too much money.
Do you know what I think? I think possibly because I haven't gigged in a while, and hopefully that's changing soon. My answer would change. In a few weeks, months, or whatever. I was going like, no, I'm not having no monkeys spilling beer over that anymore. And
exactly,
yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like people say, "Are you bringing the Sonar kit?" And I go, "No."
Right. Yeah.
No, because as brilliant as it sounds, my Yamaha sounds really good.
Right.
And doesn't take me 2 hours to pack down and set up and stuff, whereas that thing takes forever.
Nice,
So yeah, I got abuse on a gig the other day. Did you take the Sonar? No.
Keith, the RevStar standard with P90s uses a mini transformer for the tone knob switch. There we go.
There you go. That'll do it.
They do have out of phase, but it's on position 2 and 4 and uses a small filter circuit to create phase delay. There we go.
Nice.
Nice. P90 Rev Star says Loz has some wacky EQ thing going on with that push pull. Lots of vids on YouTube. Not the best, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, just don't use it.
You lot know more than we do, as usual.
Yeah. I just don't use it. Just don't use it. Mississippi evening TRS and rats. New guitar day, Les Paul standard, nice 60s. A dirty lemon burst. That's I like dirty lemon burst from Peach. 2 things: pick guard on or off, top wrap thoughts. So if you have a look at my gold top there, pick guards off. If you have a look at that, pick and there's my Murphy Lab and pick guards on. So I always think pick guard off looks better. I don't know.
I'd go into paranoid mode about scratching it.
That's how it's meant to be played. That I mean, but that, again, that's the reason why I buy a Murphy Lab, because I don't care about it getting scratched because it's already scratched.
Lemon burst though. Oh yes, please.
Nice. Mr. Hardy, he says, evening chaps. I finally got around to getting a ToneX one. Used it as a stomp last gig with the clone capture. Totally boosted my solos. Nice.
Very nice.
Stuart says, Yamaha says there is a passive focus switch. That's a good name for it, isn't it? What can we think of? There's this sound that no one likes. What can we do? We can spin. Yeah. Let's call it something. Passive focus switch. That sounds really good.
Yeah. Apart from the fact that Yamaha's R&D is done in Japan, so they probably didn't do it like that.
No, maybe not. Loz, I can need to update the iPad app. It's a shame that tone models I have on PC and pedal are not available on the iPad without buying them again. What? Really? Are you sure? No, that's not true, because you're signed into your account.
Yeah, that can't be right.
You must have 2 accounts set up accidentally.
Yeah,
log into the right account. I've done it. I'm sure I've got all the patches on the iPad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. DMAC, I found the entry-level RevStar is the best push feature. Its high-pass filter thing can sharpen and tighten your tone. The higher-pass models have something else that muddies tone.
Oh, there you go. And at this point...
Travis. Thank you, sir. He says, I couldn't fathom why some amps were so expensive. After playing both a 2-Rock and a Wonderland Overdrive, you quickly realise that you would absolutely pay the price. There we go. It's true, isn't it?
It's totally true. I haven't... the only amp I've plugged into since it's been here is the red plate.
Nice. Again, same sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Wonderland Overdrive is really versatile. The 2-Rock amps I never find as versatile, but that Wonderland Overdrive is great, and it's great at low levels and stuff as well. It's really good. But thank you. Thanks, mate. Kevin, he said, greetings from Texas. Love the content, guys. Cheers, Kevin.
Thanking you all.
Russell, the channel has been hinting at the Wing Compact for like 6 months. So it seems like a reveal to me. I'm not affiliated with them. Just wanted an opinion. I've got an opinion. Thanks.
I saw that the Wing rack looks quite good.
Oh, that's what I was looking at. That's the video that I saw. Isn't that what we're talking about?
No, there's the big Wing. You know, there's the big control surface mixer type thing, and they've brought the rack version out now, and they've updated the new Wing as well. There's a new Wing, Wing Mark II.
It was the Wing rack that I was talking about. I was falling asleep.
Yeah, you've got to be some level of entertaining to make that thing look cool.
Yeah. Mr. Barry says, Steve, your audio sucks. You may need to get one of them Shores.
It's all right.
Steve, sponsorship.
We can hook him up.
Yeah. Tim, anyone usually Behringer FCB 101 MIDI pedal for controlling amp software? It's been price dropped to $119. Nice.
That thing's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's been one of those. People have been using them for years.
Yeah. The best thing about them is you can turn off the amount of data they send. Sometimes, so for example, and I know this from 11 Rack days, when if you did a patch change, it would send a patch change across all 16 channels. And the thing would go, so many patch changes. Now I'll change. If you said only change on one patch, on one MIDI channel, it would go, and it would just do it.
Nice.
And you can turn it off on the FCB 1010.
Nice.
And it looks like something that Pete Cornish would build.
Yes. Yes, I know what you're saying, yeah. Lee, he says, rants. Henning seems to be mostly ranting videos these days, which is a shame, as his product videos used to be top notch. Yeah. Mr. Bailey, how are you, sir? He said, Studio Rats, good evening, and to you, mate. Hope you're well. Actually, did I speak to you earlier? Were we texting earlier? Or was that yesterday? Oh, well, I hope you're well too, mate. Dermot, hello, Rats. I recently purchased the EHS POG 3. Nice. Very happy with it. I already had the POG 2. Would you consider doing a review of the POG 3? I'd be very interested to hear your comments. It's not really the sort of thing that, being a more sort of traditional guitar player, but I think it looks really cool. And I would like to. Yeah, it's Electro-Harmonix would have to. I don't think I'd buy one. Let's put it that way. If Electro-Harmonix wanted us to do a review of it, we would. Let's put it that way.
And they have sent us stuff in the past.
Have they? No, they haven't.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Sorry, no. I always get them in Eventide mixed up.
Very different.
Very.
Noise Bloom. He said, at Lee, Abraham, you're right. Henning seems to be extra ranty lately. Yeah. I think that's what happens. I think, you end up getting a lot of views on you on a rant video, makes you go, oh, maybe I should be doing rant videos.
Yeah. Yeah. The answer is no. I hate rant. I'll rant. This is my rant video sometimes.
Yeah, this is time to rant. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to bypass these two because, quite frankly, howdy.
So, guys, can you rate an album from 1 to 10? I don't understand. What's the question? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. It looks like. Sorry, Howdy. If it looks like spammy, it might not be. But how can? Hold on. I'm supposed to be able to put links in there. How can they put a link in there?
That's because they're doing it from Twitch.
Oh, right. Yeah. Tim, is the Independence ToneX profile the free version or pay pack? There is a free version. There is a free patch or a couple of patches. So go and check them out.
Yeah.
Fred, greetings from La. Greetings.
La.
Greetings, Fred. Hope you're well. Todd, what are you drinking, Paul? I'm supping. There's some water in that. This is I've got my Brockstock. Brockstock is their local music festival. I've got my Brockstock cup. It's just water.
Nice.
Try not to drink on a Wednesday. Zach Lee, greetings from Los Angeles. Greetings, Zach. There's another one from La. Keith, apparently there's a company, Tone Zone 3000, offering free NAMM training service if you send in amp captures.
NAMM training?
As in like neural amp modeling training service. I don't know.
Oh, I see. I see. I see NAMM and I think of the National Association of Music Merchants. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Beyond Summer, is the Wampler Mini Ego compressor great all round? I've never used it. I would have thought so. Wampler stuff's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, love it.
You can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with Wampler stuff. Zach, Paul, does your Dumble patch for the Boss Katana Artist Head Gen 3 work on the Boss Katana Head Gen 3? Yes, it would work on the artist. Yes, it would. Let me just double check. I've got a head down here somewhere. Hold on. I think it's got. Quick look. Yeah. So yes, it's exactly the same because you've got the push damp and you've also got the bloom feature.
Right.
So yeah. There's no reason why that wouldn't work. Exactly.
Nice.
Great thing about the head is it's got a little speaker in it as well. It's brilliant. Sounds great, that little speaker.
At this point,
Mr. McQuillan, how are you, sir? He says, good evening, fellow rodents. Hope you're all well. And to you, mate. Thank you very much for your very generous donation. There we go. Get James holding up his plectrums. Go and check out Dave's plectrums. Highland Plectrum Company sells them on Reverb. Loads of famous people use it now. Lee Anderton, he uses them. Well, he's got one. Danish Pete's got one. Phil X has got one. I mean, it's time to.
We're an esteemed company.
Time to up your plectrum game, isn't it?
Yes. Hang on a second. We are there.
Mr. Barr, he said, even though Spark is garbage, they did get into AI tone generating prompt-based tones. Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Mm. I still say it's that Spark Live is one of the most confused pieces of kit I've ever used. However, I'm very grateful I bought one and did that video because it's my highest rated video now.
Nice one. How many views?
26,000.
Great, that's great. That's all right, isn't it? Nice one. David Brose, can we capture the Mezza Barber pedal? We meaning you guys. I'd have to ask Perangelo, Mezza Barber. I think it's funny when someone asks you to review a piece of gear. I think, especially as it's just come out, I think it needs to be a bit of time before that would happen. But I can tell you, I've already captured it on Quad Cortex because just for my. So when I'm going out live, I can as opposed to taking that pedal out as well, I can just go clunk and click on it, and it sounded fantastic.
It's one of those things. If you'd bought it, it's not even a question.
Of course,
because it's part of a deal for doing a video or whatever. It changes the game somewhat.
Yeah.
Should we do the news?
Yes, let's do the news. Hold on, I'll do it this way. Let me do this. Hold on, I've got to click on that. Okay, it's not a lot of news. Why's that up? So, first of all, idiot of the week. Someone's made a aquarium guitar. So it's basically a guitar with an aquarium in it.
I bet you don't get neck dive.
Yeah, well, that's very true. Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah. Why?
People, just because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should.
I mean, it's all sorts of problems with that. Anyway, it's like it's too much for me. Music Man release Sabre HT 2024. These look good, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They do look good. The thing I really like about them, I don't think they're going to show them. They're going to show the neck. They're going to show the back of the neck. No, they're not, are they? I think Music Man gets some great woods in.
Yes,
but I think that's probably one of the best Music Man shapes. I like the 4 and 2 headstock. Good shape. It's slightly offset. It's good. Really like it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. How much are they?
The one that Rabeers.
Yeah, that's a Sabre. Yeah, Rabeers is a Sabre. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's got his. I mean, it's probably got a different neck profile and his pickups in it. It's nearly £4,000.
Wow,
it ain't cheap.
No, but good guitars are not cheap.
No, really good, really nice. And Solar are doing relic guitars now, which I thought was interesting.
Pre-thrashed, I like that.
Yeah, do you know what? I quite like it.
I prefer the white to the black, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that relic doesn't look as good, but that relic, I mean, they're good, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're better than a lot of relic out there.
Yeah.
And how much are they? They're $1,600.
That's not so bad.
Well, they're not cheap. They're not cheap, are they? I mean, where are they made? They're made in Indonesia, I think.
Oh, no.
I thought they were. I could be wrong.
Nice.
But anyway, yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, I like them. That's it, unfortunately. But you know, you've done. What have we done? We've done.
Done
we've got
UA.
anything else? We've done UA. We've done that. Oh, should we do this? Should we do the software? Should we do ToneX software? Because
there it is. Let me go over to that particular piece of software and I'll talk you around it. So, you know, so this is one of our new captures. This is the.
Can I suggest something?
Yeah.
If you unshare that and don't share it don't share that window and share total screen and share your screen, then you can use control to zoom in to certain parts.
Hang on. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm getting confused. Stop screen share. Sorry, 1 second. Screen share. I want to do entire screen. Yes. Then I'll just have to change over really quickly, like that. Better?
Awesome. Right now, now you can zoom into certain things. So
Right.
if you use is it control and your mouse wheel, you can
Yeah.
your mouse.
Hang on.
You can zoom in.
No, it won't do because it's full screen. It's full screen.
No, I can do it. You can definitely do it. Have you got a mouse?
Okay. Yeah, but this is it. This is the thing. If I bring it down,
it's another way. Yeah. Bring it down and then drag it up to make it bigger in that that section.
I can't do that because it just pops it straight back up.
Oh, okay. Listen.
So you can see that the important stuff is the new modulation section. So you've got chorus, tremolo, phase, flange, and rotary now, and the new delay section, which looks.
Well, I think importantly with the modulation, you can have it pre and post.
Yeah.
So if you want to get those sort of classic phase Eddie Van Halen, sort of tones, you can put it pre.
And if you're running it with a DAW, you can actually have it synced to the tempo as well.
Yeah, not just a DAW. You can set the tempo as well inside of ToneX. But
but the delay is really nice. I love the tape. The tape delay is really cool.
Yeah, nice, and you can make it stereo. Great.
Yeah. Ping pong tape delay is great.
Again, pre and post.
Yeah. Advanced. You know, it's all there. It's just really nice to have those 2 extra effects blocks to be able to go right. Now we can crack on and do, you know, start making some really. Half of me's not sure whether I want to get involved with actually I'll bury that a second. Hang on. Making, because obviously the patch that we create, the TXP, is the whole effects platform, is the whole setting.
Yeah.
So does that mean now we can start making kind of custom sort of Gilmore-esque tones and stuff like that? Exactly. Which is great, because all of a sudden people say, can you make me, you know, talk me through a Dave Gilmour sort of tone? I go, well, actually, no, here you go. Boom, there it is.
But if you've got a ToneX pedal, it doesn't matter if it's the black one, you know, the little one, the little ToneX one, or the new white one or the silver one they did. All of this will be available inside of them. Did I show you this as well? Look on the back of mine.
Very cool.
I've got the first prototype.
Teacher's pet.
Teacher's pet.
But yeah, say the software's great. I've been dialing in. You know, I love the. It's really funny, isn't it? Gilmour stuff to me is the only time I find a guitarist where I go, I actually want to dial in the sounds that he made.
Yeah,
because they are so iconic. Someone says, "Oh, you know, what's a Bonamassa tone?" Well, it's a kind of which era of Bonamassa? That it's a Dumble tone. It's a Marshall Silver Jubilee with something else.
I think Bonamassa just sounds like Bonamassa. It's because he's got such great tone in his fingers. It's just it doesn't matter what he plays through. It just sounds like him.
Exactly. It's really hard to pinpoint what is his tone. Eric Johnson, you can say it's that kind of violin lead tone, or it's that really lovely, rich, super sort of wide stereo chorusy sound that he gets. Whereas Gilmour is someone you can say, you know, you can actually say almost track by track, the sounds are different, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I was sort of honing on that sort of stuff. I remember doing an 11 rack demo years and years ago, and someone said, "You only do Gilmore tones," and I'm like, "I only like Gilmore tones."
Nice. Mr. Abraham, he says, I definitely think it's best to keep the good gear at home and take the captures to gig. Although, you know, Lee was known for his cheap gear, you know, cheap guitars and stuff like that. And now Lee still takes his very expensive Sir to gigs, $3,000 Sir.
Yeah.
Floris, anyone looking forward to the release of the Friedman IRJ next Tuesday? Yes.
What's the J?
The JK Lee.
All right, okay. Not the Rowling.
No.
No.
Tommy G says, do you chaps have any advice on how to promote yourself as a musician? The work has been drying up recently. Ha ha. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. YouTube, unfortunately, is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram probably even more so.
Go to gigs the old-fashioned way. Be around other musicians.
Yeah.
The best sort of networking is, you know, networking events, trade shows, music shows. I know there aren't so many anymore, but we had the drum show a couple of weeks ago. We had, you know, the Guitar Summit. There is the guitar show, the one in Epsom, and there's now the other one, the northern one. You know, be around.
Yeah, London's coming up. London's coming up if you want to go.
I do, yes.
See if Mr. Abraham wants to go as well, and Greg.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
good luck with that. Yeah, good luck. But I would say social media is a good way of doing it.
Yeah. But if you go to places, you'll know, you know, you're fairly local to people. You'll meet people in your area. You don't necessarily be wanting to travel 250 miles just for a jam.
Absolutely. Oh, excuse me. Philip from 40 Watt Podcast says, my rule number 1 is don't own gear you won't gig. I take my 2 rocks at every gig. Nice one, mate. That is exactly what you should be doing. I completely agree.
Yeah.
David Brose, did Jeff B? He might have done.
Beck, Brown.
Oh, did Jeff B? Maybe that's me. He's asking.
Yeah.
Jeff Beck. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Mr. Barry says, wonder why they don't make clear pick guards. Best of both worlds. Wonder why they don't make clear pick guards.
Well, we didn't answer. You said no pick guard, but we then got top wrap pick guard all day.
Pick guard on all day. Instantly top wrap. Nice.
I've never done it. I've never bothered.
Yeah, I did that video on it.
I got around to putting those flat wounds on that 334 or my Sheraton. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's like that track I played you before we came on. That was done with the Sheraton or with flat wounds.
Awesome. Tim, thanks for anytime, mate. Anytime. Kevin, just got the Katana Artist Gen 3 head. Thanks for all of the info on the Katanas. Anytime, mate. There's another video coming out this week on how to get a Soldano tone. So I basically got my Soldano like I did for the Amplified Nation, and dialed in the tone for that as well.
Very, very lovely.
Yes. Tommy G, is YouTube still worth getting into for the everyday musician, given society's obsession with short form content and the presence of juggernaut channels in the guitar space? Yeah, I mean, I think it is. It's difficult, you know. Steve Cassidy, got Steve on like now. He's now on about 4,000 subscribers and stuff. He's working hard. It's the amount of effort that you want to put in. You've got to release constantly every week. You know, so I put out 3 videos a week. And it's constant. You've just got to do that. You've got to be constant and go like, oh, I don't want to do it this week. Then there's no point in doing it. You've got to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, there's no, I can't be bothered. You just have to.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you'll find the more you do it, some days you go, I've worked really hard on this video and it's ace and it'll bomb. And the one that you throw together last minute is the one that flies.
Without doubt.
And it really hurts when that happens.
Yeah. Shahar says there's a bunch of Mr. Barber on ToneCloud. Nice.
He says ToneNet.
Yeah. Anthony, what is the cheapest platform to try your profiles? As an Axe Effects user since 2008, I don't really need to, but I want to.
ToneX.
ToneX is the cheapest.
Hmm.
Yeah, Axe Effects is still king as far as I'm concerned. It's king of the modelers. When Axe Effects do captures, which they've got to do on the next release.
Yeah, surely to God.
Axe Effects is, the effects inside of Axe Effects are just so good that you can't really beat Axe Effects.
Yeah.
But it doesn't capture yet. Jerry White just got in from tennis. Have you mentioned the big news about eBay cancelling all UK sellers' fees? Fantastic! I couldn't believe it. They need to compete with other fee platforms, apparently. Yeah, I saw that as well. I don't know what is going on there. There must be. How are they making their money?
So they're making it from advertising, and it's only free if you are a private seller. If you're a store, you're still paying fees.
Is there some sort of fee on the transaction?
Not as far as I can tell, because I sold today. I sold the 2 warm TBQs and the 2 1176s, and well, I'll tell you tomorrow when the money comes in if there's no transaction fee taken.
Yeah,
it wasn't done on an 80% off transaction fee deal.
Right.
It was just on I'll see what the deal is now.
Okay, great.
So if I don't get tapped up for fees, I'll be well happy.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
I mean,
that's going to ruin Reverb. It's going to absolutely ruin Reverb.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
Wow.
Because to be fair, eBay had the monopoly, and they still have the reach. eBay's still way bigger than Reverb.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Reverb just music, isn't it? It's not.
Yes.
It's not.
I mean, even for instruments and stuff, eBay is way bigger, and their reach is bigger. But they were taking a clobbering because the fees were getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I mean, you and I both said we wouldn't never sell anything unless it was an 80% off final listing fee.
I tell you what, I met someone at Guitar Summit who used to work for the other auction site,
right,
to eBay.
Is there another one?
We've just been talking anyway, and they've just let a load of staff go, loads of staff. Yeah, so Reverb. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Well, that's what's going to happen, isn't it? I mean, people are either selling direct or they're selling Facebook Marketplace, for example. You've got to take on Facebook Marketplace, and there's no sellers fees there.
Yeah,
eBay want that. They want that market back because they want to get you back into their platform, and they must have lost out big time there.
Yeah. Are they still going to cover stuff if it goes wrong?
Yeah, all the normal stuff is in place.
Wow. Okay, Phil, has the aquarium guitar got Fishman pickups? See, you got to give him a clap for that.
Yes, definitely. Well deserved, Phil. Well done. Someone's on their A game today.
Tone Water, another one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Keith says, with 1.5 gallons of water in it, I bet that aquarium guitar is almost as heavy as a Les Paul. It's going to be heavier than a Les Paul.
Yes.
That's going to be, I reckon that's going to be
heavy.
Double the weight. That's going to be double the weight of a Les Paul.
Yeah.
Hollywood, evening all. I am late as I forgot. Oh my God, how can you forget? This morning I nearly forgot it was bin collection day too. Again.
God dear.
Anthony, I didn't know about eBay fees thing. I have a £1,500 synth for sale on there now. Will save me a lot. Yeah, definitely.
Will. Yeah.
That's heavy. My Les Paul Deluxe from 79 is £11. £11.
Mm-hmm.
God. Oh, that's too heavy. That's too heavy for me. Jivey, screen sharing. Quick closes the other browser window he had open. Naked grannies. Dermot,
no need.
I know what you're into, mate. Listen, I know the stuff you're into. Dermot, hello all. I recently got the
Oh,
Pod
we've had
3.
this one. Yeah, we've had this
No,
one.
no. But he said also the Pog 2 would like to hear your views on the Pog 3. I'm very pleased with the P3. Thanks for your best channel on YouTube. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I would like to try it.
Yeah,
I would like to try that. Mage Pentonic, is there a pitch shifter coming from ToneX in the future? I doubt it. I think they're pretty maxed out on the processing inside there now. So I don't think there's any more. Kotzen, Richie?
be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be great?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Richie. Hi, Mr. Kotzen. Hollywood. Oh, no, we said this last week, and it's not, is it?
No.
Hollywood, did you guys carry out a quad nano capture with the ToneX capture tone? Did it work? Yes, it did, didn't it? You loaded it into my captures, and it loaded.
It did work perfectly. To the point where Greg and I were using it, well, I was playing it through a big PA.
Yeah.
And on the Friday,
yeah,
and I went, this sounds decidedly naff.
Right.
We both went, it's just a modeler. It's just another modeler. We put the Bogner Goldfinger patch in it, and I went, that's better. That's the reason to buy this thing.
Yeah.
Instantly, it was like different thing, different instrument to play.
Funny, isn't it? It's funny how these companies, even Neural. I mean, some people disagree with this, but they still don't get the presets right, do they? Just not good enough.
Do you remember we say this every time, don't we? The old ART R2000, where the first preset had every single effect on it. You just go, no.
It was awful, wasn't it? It was awful. That was the person that the person that created it did the patches as well. It's just like, no, let someone else do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a great sounding unit, that as well. Beyond Summer, watching a lot of live music. Do bands play a bit faster than the speed of the song has been recorded at? Seems like beats are faster live. Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes it's adrenaline, and sometimes it's to be a bit more upbeat on stage.
I always remember 24 Nights, the Eric Clapton gig, 24 Nights gigs. Everything was slower than the original.
Was it?
Yeah, a lot slower.
He was dragging him out, was he?
Not that he needs to, but.
Dave says, I'm not really in the market for a new guitar at the moment, but if Harley Benton releases that Relic Telecaster, I'll be getting it in a couple of different colours. Yeah, they're really nice, actually. I was quite impressed with them at the show. ToneLib just announced a pitch shift plugin. I might give it a try. Nice. I don't know ToneLib.
No, me neither.
Chris, I know you're not down with Helix, but any general suggestions for an acoustic guitar patch, generally speaking? Yes. So Helix has a couple of acoustic amps, isn't it?
Yeah.
Preamps sort of things. Yeah. Turn off the speaker modeling first of all.
Yep. Scoop out the mids. Loads of top end.
Well, not necessarily. It depends on what pickup. No, I mean, you can't really say EQ wise, but I think patches are just a nice sort of small hall reverb, 2.5 seconds maximum.
Yeah.
Job's good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Zorna rhymes with stoner or stoner, if you will. What's Zorna? Or Zona, stoner?
I'm out. I don't know.
No, yeah. What's that? Maybe it's a previous question. Sorry, Willie. Bogeyman, Paul, is that telly still getting some TLC these days? Been ages seeing you play it. Yes. Yes, it has. I've been trying to use to be honest, I think my number one at the moment is really that black Strat. It's just always the first one that I reach for. But I was even playing this one today. And this one sounds great as well. This
the red one.
Yeah, the Squire. That's a cracking guitar, this one. Really bright sounding, snappy guitar. Yeah, sort of. So I was going, I don't play it very much, and I might sell it and then and then I played it and went, oh, that's really good. Thing about guitars. I think the only one, the one I might be getting rid of because I'm not using it, is probably the Schecter there with the EMGs in it. Even though it's a really great guitar, I think that might be the one that probably gets moved on next.
Yeah, challenging.
Gary Westcott, I'm sorry if this is repeated, but I'm being gifted a Marshall Valve amp. Nice. I don't know anything about them. I've watched a few videos, but still find them scary. Any tips for first-time user? Yeah, well, it depends what it is. If it's a head or a combo, don't plug it in, or don't play it without plugging it in. Meaning without plugging the speaker in. What else? Get
if it's a big one, get yourself an attenuator, a load box. So
I think even if it's a small one, I think
yeah.
Do you know what the Marshall amp is you're getting, and then we could probably give some more advice on it.
Yeah. Keith, first thing Keith says is which one. So yeah.
Let us know which one it is. Good shout, Keith. Bogeyman, the OG former Esquire, black like my coffee. The OG former Esquire. Oh, the original. Do you mean the yes?
Yeah.
That's yes. I thought that was the one that was being talked about. This one. Yeah, best telly in the world as far as I'm concerned. But
it's not even a telly.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, I love this. It's such a great sounding guitar.
Is that relic by you, all those dings, or is that?
No, it is a relic, but it has been relicked by me. It's definitely had some dents put in by me as well. Yeah, nice. Paul, how do you?
How do you do what you do to me?
Don't do anything to you.
Best I can do.
Tommy, is Beat Detective still the best drum editing tool in a DAW? How do you edit your drums? Gosh, Beat Detective, that's been around for years. No, that's been far surpassed by quite a lot of DAWs.
Yeah. How do I edit my drums? Manually, if I'm totally honest. Twofold. One, if it's so far out that I'd have to really start messing around, I'll re-record it. Two, I use what's it called in Pro Tools where you can I even forgot what it's called. The warp markers and stuff. But there's a elastic audio. I use elastic audio because I can get it way more realistic sounding, but it's a time consuming thing. I'm sure there are better ways of doing it automatically, but
why would you use elastic audio on drums?
So if for example I come in a bit early with a cymbal crash or something like that,
yeah,
right, all I'll do is I'll go in, I'll group all my drum mics,
yeah,
and then make an edit group.
yeah.
I'll go in, find the thing I want to move, put some blocks in where I know I was in time, and then just move that one cymbal hit, and it all remains phase locked in time.
Yeah. If you do that though, you're messing around with you're messing around with the actual waveform of the drum.
Yes.
As opposed to a chop and move. And then you're not actually affecting. You're not time stretching or
no.
compressing.
But then you get. But what you do is if you do it smart, in my opinion. So say you've got a 2-bar phrase. So you've got 2 bars, and the middle hit is slightly out. All I'll do is I'll go in and put a couple of locking markers down and just move that one a little bit. That way you don't lose any cymbal wash or anything like that. It just extends it slightly. Doesn't change the pitch, it just extends it.
Yeah, it's messing around with the waveform though, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's indetectable in a mix.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
That works for me.
Good tips.
I might do a video on that.
Yeah, you should. Session Gold, Paul. How do you like your SL20? Are you planning on doing more 80s stuff? What's an SL20?
I don't know. I don't know.
SL20. The only thing I can think, Marshall, was there an SL? There was an SC. There was a SV. What's an SL20?
I don't know.
No,
Sorry.
I don't know. Sorry, Session Gold. Let us know what you mean by SL20. Mark on the ceiling. Let's see. Where can I get a pair of those glasses? Special Steve Cassidy. Steve sent me these.
They always look drawn on. They genuinely do.
They do look drawn on, don't they?
Yeah.
They do look drawn on. I'm thinking about getting some frames in them. Yes, they do look a bit drawn
You don't mean frames, you mean lenses.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's what I mean. Tommy G, manufacturers should have around 10 or good starting presets. Absolutely. Then leave the rest up to the user. Nobody wants 199 factory Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
The one place 11 Rack got it right is the presets were actually usable. There were some dogs in there, but once you went into the user banks, it was just an amp and a speaker, an amp and a speaker, an amp and a speaker, and anything else you can do yourself.
Yeah. Adam, hello mate. He says, evening chaps. Paul, on the subject of damaged deliveries, the D-Flex has landed in the UK. Boom. But there was a little accident. Oh no, with some Czech beer on the way. So forgive any funny smells. Mate, it's all right. I'll give it a licking. I'll give it a lick first. Cheers, Dan. Thanks for sending that over, mate.
D-Flex.
D-Flex is it's one of those things. Actually, Bonamassa use them. It's basically they're like it's a Perspex-y thing.
Oh, like a yeah, I know what you mean.
No, but it angles up and deflects the sound. So instead of hitting your feet and the front row,
right,
it hits you. So it's better for stage and stuff. So looking forward to trying that.
Awesome.
Cheers, Adam. Thanks, mate.
Bring it over here. Do it here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That'd be the place to demo it, actually. Jerry White. Apparently, eBay stopped the private listers selling fees in Germany last year. So there's an article in the Guardian online newspaper about having to compete with Vinted and Depop, etc. Nice.
Well, Vinted is closed, isn't it? They ditched their sellers' fees for clothes a good 6 to 8 months ago because Jen sells a lot of clothes on eBay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she was like, result. But I mean, most of our clothes were kids' stuff, which were going for pennies anyway. But
Keith, ToneLib do a software amp effect suite similar to Amplitude. They also have a bunch of other capabilities like looping and a sort of game mode. ToneLib. Keith said, I think you can import Guitar Pro tracks and play along. Don't know, not use that. Don't know what that is. Interesting. Steve, he says, we often play songs a few BPM faster in the wedding band intentionally to encourage more dancing.
Yeah. And I also say adrenaline. There's a gig that I did. The biggest gig I ever did, which was the 100th anniversary Scout and Guide Jamboree at Highlands Park, which was 48,000 people. I watched the video back, and everything is really fast because the adrenaline was like, this is ace.
Awesome. Jeff, how advanced is the delay in ToneX? E.g., does it do dotted eights, etc.? And how do I use it in the pedal? Just set it in the model in the software and sync with the pedal. We haven't actually used. It's not available on the pedal yet, is it, James?
Yes, you can import it onto the pedal. There is no tap tempo though.
I saved a patch and then tried to import it onto the pedal. It didn't change.
You need to update the firmware on the pedal. There's quite a lot of. There's quite a lot of instructions that you need to do.
Okay.
I found.
Okay, I'll have a look. I'll have a look on that.
Yeah.
I'll probably need to do a bit more work.
But there is no tap tempo. So you need to get an app that does tap tempo. And
again, that might be a software update.
Yeah, it should be a fairly simple thing. It's just
I'm sure they can implement that.
Yeah.
Tommy G, I play in Ukrainian folk dance band. Awesome. tangos, waltz, polkas, etc. We practice a few BPM slower, so when we play live, people's feet aren't falling off.
I like the idea of that.
Nice. Jerry, read the martial advice. Turn everything to max and let rip.
Yep.
Absolutely.
The funny thing is, having done gigs with backing tracks, lots and lots and lots, the number of people who say, "Wow, aren't the tracks running slow tonight?" And you go, "No, they can't. It's called adrenaline."
Yeah. Gary said, I have no idea. The guy who is giving it to me doesn't know much about guitars, and he's given up. Lol. I don't. I know when it gets here, so watch this space. I would imagine it's a combo though. Awesome.
Yeah, great. Just get a load box so you can drive the what out the thing. And
if it's like a blues breaker combo, they're the loudest things, and they do not sound good unless you crank them. So you will need to get an attenuator. But when you get it, let us know what it is, and then we can talk through all that sort of stuff.
And we'll make you an offer.
Absolutely. Beyond Summer, do today's musicians put in the work playing, or are they wasting too much time with the technology? That's a good question.
I think if you look at the number of amazing players who are out there on YouTube, you can fairly safely say that people have put the hours in.
Yeah, I think I'd say, as you said, I don't think any more than people have always messed around with this stuff.
Back in our music shop days, they were referred to as weekend warriors.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone has to make a living from it. People play music because it's fun.
Absolutely. Anthony, does there come a time when you have no gas for guitars? I have 4: a PJE Oz, nice; a custom Strat, nice; a 3P90 Tom Anderson, wow; and a PRS CU22. Nothing I've seen has tempted me for ages. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you've got everything there that covers the bases. Fantastic. Yeah. I mean, I wish I didn't get tempted by new guitars all the time.
But do you find that? So the thing I found now, because I do have all the basic food groups covered. I've got pretty much one of it. I haven't really got a super Strat, but that's not my thing. I haven't got a shred machine.
You want that then?
I know. I do quite like that. The thing I find myself doing is going, "Oh, I could upgrade that one. I could take that one up a level of quality. Get a custom shop Strat or a master built, as opposed to."
You should get a custom shop Schecter.
Yes, it's very nice.
We'll find something to swap it for. How's that?
All right. We'll have a look.
We'll have a look. Yeah. Mark on the ceiling. Sellers on Reverb set their prices far too high. Yeah, I think you're probably right there, mate. Some don't. I've got some good deals on Reverb. Adam says, "Evening, chaps." Oh yeah, so we've done this. Sorry, Adam. Yeah. And Adam doesn't normally comment, so just Adam, we go down the list in order. So sorry if we hadn't answered for. Well, major pentonic. Is it like quantization? What's that? Yes. We're talking about drum editing. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sachith, howdy. You showed Katana Gen 3 sounding great. Curious as to why someone would go with tube amps for home use instead of a solid state solution without using a UA aux, as you can't really push the amps at home. Exactly. Very, very, very true. It's very true. If you plug into a Boss Katana, you can get it to sound great at any level. It's very true.
SL20.
The SL20. Sorry, the Steve Lukather. Yes. So, funny enough, we're just talking about that. No, it's really good. It's really good. I was playing it today. It sounds great. I think I'm just more into sort of vintagey guitars and stuff. Although it's a great guitar, and it's not the fact that if I had endless space, that one, it would stay. There's 2 guitars arriving very soon that I'm quite excited about, and I haven't got the space, so I need to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah,
it's one I'm very excited about, which is coming which is coming next week.
Nice.
Very excited.
Yeah, Steve looks at the pick guard. That's one.
Yes, thank you. Bruno Guitar. Evening, gents. I've got a Boss GT1000 core with a ToneX in the effects loop. My question is, are there any effects in the Boss that you think could be improved upon with standalone pedals? So with the GT1000, probably not, because that's the flagship Boss processor. So there's nothing really. I mean, look, there's always, I'd always say with something like a digital modeler, that having something analog in the front end does help. Whether you want to use a compressor pedal, don't buy a boost. Boost can work, but you've got to be careful about how hard you're pushing the boost going into the A to Ds.
Yeah.
Like a drive pedal, something like that. And I know it's expensive, but something like that Mesa Barber even drive that I reviewed, because it's got valves in it as well. It adds so much to the Quad Cortex. Same with the GT1000. So yeah, a good sort of valve front end, valve preamp pedal, I think is something that would definitely be improved. I think possibly overdrive pedals inside the Boss units are, I wouldn't say it's its weak point, because it does stuff so well, but I still think analog drive pedals are better.
Yeah, I agree.
Nick Torres, let's pull with humbuckers or P90s. Oof. Both. I mean, I like single coils. Single coils will always be my favorite, so probably P90s. But Mark on the ceiling, don't put chorus on your acoustic patch. No, definitely do not put chorus on your acoustic patch. No, it's not the 80s.
I was about to say, is it not 1983 again?
Alan, evening, gents. Any suggestions for replacement pickups in a telly? It's funny actually, because I'm thinking about the same thing.
Oh, you mean?
I'm thinking about the same thing for that red telly. I love the bridge pickup in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that keen on the neck pickup, the conversion kit neck pickup that's in it.
Right.
So do I change both? I mean, you can't go wrong with. There's so many great pickups out there. Stuart from Sunbear makes great pickups. Go and check him out if you want something a bit more boutique. If you want something just sort of standard but great, Seymour Duncan's. I mean, boutique pickups. What does that even mean? Because it's wound by one bloke as opposed to in a factory.
Yeah. Seymour
Duncan's are great. If you want to spend some more money, go and get some Lollas. I mean, there's so many choices now.
Yes.
Dog's kicking off. Jerry, Guitar Pro, earlier in chat, is music notation tab writing software for guitar and other instruments, which also plays back what you write, has lots of other capabilities. Very good software. Oh, nice.
Guitar Pro, of course it is. Guitar Pro, yes, because when I used to watch.
Wow. So it does it notate for you? Wow. That'd be great.
No, it doesn't notate for you.
It doesn't? Oh, okay.
No. Unless you've got a MIDI guitar.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, because there's some different places. I guess you could play the same note.
Yeah.
That's so true. Any recommendations for great wah pedal? Yes. My favorite would be the Jam Pedals Warco, or Jam Pedals Warco, or the exotic. I've got it down here somewhere. I was using it the other day. This one. Exotic. What's it called? It's exotic wah. It's got EQ options on it and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, both good. Exotic, both really, really good. The Warco's quite cool though. It's a bit bigger, a bit more to get your foot on, and it's got like some EQ sort of options on it. Really good.
Nice.
Cotton, Stratocasters were made by the gods. The other guitars are just copies. I like Strat. Session Gold, are you saying you bought either a James Tyler or Tom Anderson? Nope.
Never. I've looked at both, but I never have.
I'm quite keen on a Tyler. I mean, both.
I just can't go over the headstock.
Yeah, ugly headstock, but there's something everyone says. I've never played one. Everyone says how good they are. So I'd really like to try one. Keith, speaking of GT1000, I think we're overdue for a new Boss flagship, even if it's an updated GT1000 version. I haven't heard anything yet, so excuse me. Jerry White's Guitar Pro is a nuts. There we go. Cotson said people will be angry with my comment. What's your comment?
The one about strats are made by the gods.
Ah, no, they won't. No, you're all good, mate. Jeff, I'm in the market for a volume pedal, but there seems to be hundreds of varieties. I just want something simple, but the vast range does complicate things. Any recommendations? Depends on size. If you want a pedal or you want a who makes those mountain? Philip McKnight always talks about them. It's basically like a roller.
All right.
As opposed to a volume pedal. It's like you put your foot on it and you push it back and forward.
Okay.
Which I think is quite cool.
I've only ever used the Dunlop one or the Mission one.
Yeah, both are good. Both are very good. Dunlop one's big, isn't it?
But
no, I think the only ball one's big.
Yeah, but the only ball one is the one that if you have two of those next to each other, they look really super cool.
They do look good. They do look really good. They're massive, but they do look good. But I think it's important.
There's a reason everyone uses them because they're
bold. Yeah. Lee, it says Blue Note. The pitch shift for drop tuning could be better on the 1000 core. Digitech drop is probably better. There we go. Lee knows his business about drop stuff.
Weird.
About pitch shifters and stuff. Jerry, by the way, rats, I know you get killed by YouTube for the live streams, but they're the best part of the channel. Oh, thanks, mate. That reminds me. Yeah, give us if you're enjoying this, give us a like. It massively helps. Thanks, Lee.
Right, we're nearly there. Yeah, there you go.
Shahar, the only ball volume pedals are the best. Some have tuners built in. Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah. It would work well with my Laney powered cabinet. What's that? What are we talking about?
Don't know.
ToneX, maybe?
The volume control.
Yeah, possibly. Larry, Black Mountain picks. Yes, thank you. Black Mountain. So Black Mountain make a volume slidery pedally thing.
Nice.
Thanks, Larry. Keith, I have the Boss FV500. Is the size of a small car. I do like live streams as well. Cheers, Noise Bloom. Well, the thing about the live streams, we don't get many views on it, so it's just like people like them, but then it's honestly it's not worth us doing the live streams. It's almost detrimental to the channel because of the algorithm on YouTube just gives it a knock. How should I cook my eggs? It's a good question, James.
Over easy.
Poached. Like. Cheers, Jerry. Yeah, give us a like. Thank you very much. Howdy from Texas. Howdy, Mike. Hennessy poached.
Poached. Michael Hennessy. Poached.
Oh, it wasn't like poaching Hennessy.
Oh, that would be awesome, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be good. Jeff, thanks for another great show, and thanks to Shahar Bar and Keith Milner for your volume pedal suggestions. Cheers, Jeff. Did you play Shabbat guitars? Yes. I saw Avi at a Guitar Summit. He does make some. He makes great guitars.
Yeah.
In time, man.
Right. Hang on. Yes, we've done that. Right. Here we go. The important part of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid comments of the week.
Now, I have a request for you. If you're going to make a comment on a video, be it ours or anything, don't hide behind a cryptic screen name or a cryptic username.
But that's what they are. They're keyboard warriors.
Have courage, your convictions. This was a comment that was put out on our anniversary ToneX limited edition video, and it's from GFFG 387. I don't know why you're in this pack. You clearly don't know how to make ToneX profiles, like it was proved on your ToneX versus Quad Cortex video.
Proved. He needs to up his English. Is what he needs to do.
To which Paul replied, and my favourite one was, "Someone needs a cuddle," and that was
Stupid comment of the week.
What's his name? Yeah, GF. Stop being a dick. Stop being a dick.
just. I've got a phrase that I use with my kids now, and it's if you can't say something nice, go and do something else.
Yeah, it's true. Or stop being a dick.
Last one.
Plasma. Has anyone tried Seymour Dunks? Oh, Seymour Duncans.
Yep.
Seymour Dunks, very good. In a Les Paul standard. I love the sound of them on my Sandemus. Doomus. I love the way things have changed. Sandemus. I mean, there's so many different Seymour Duncans or Seymour Dunks. There are so many that they're so varied in what he does, or what they do, I should say. But yes, I mean they're great. Seymour Duncan makes great pickups.
Yes. We're gonna get to the bottom.
Just one more.
Just one more thing.
Mr. Cassidy. Some people love to stir the pot. They do. That's it. I'm spent. Well done, mate. Cheers, Steve. Mine are black and white.
Lovely.
What the Seymour Duncans? There's loads of black and white Seymour Duncans.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. It's been a blast as always. Thanks to Steve for joining us in the show.
Yes.
Remember, if you can, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that normal stuff. If you're into stuff that's a bit more recording-y based, maybe go and hit up TSR Jivey Talks Tech. There will be a review of that baby going live tomorrow. That's the new Apollo X Gen 2. Do you know the number of times I forgot to say Gen 2 at the end of the video? We'll see you again next week for more of the same. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. Play lots of music because it's fun. See you soon. Night-night.
Night-night.